In this one I'm going to show you how I make currency, but also gear for my character using Rog from Expedition. Hello Exile, you're watching Altec 2K Gaming. Let's get straight to it. So we go over to Rog and let's go to deal for items. What I normally want to craft with Rog is either jewelry or armour. Weapons are a bit harder, so nothing here is exciting me. That ring maybe? No, let's look for an resistance ring if we can get one. Maybe that one. Okay, so we pick the ring base and we buy it. And you can see he's highlighting the suffixes on the item. He's going to re-roll the suffixes 10 times, keeping the best outcome, so let's give that a try. And the suffixes have changed to strength and item rarity. Strength is good, item rarity not so fussed about. And we get to do it again. Strength, item rarity, and damage taken recouped as life. That's actually much better. Reroll prefixes 3 times. What do we got? Life and mana I'm not thrilled about, and the life roll is only a tier 4, so let's try that. Yeah, that's not great, so let's run again. Not amazing again. Remove all suffixes. I don't want to do that, so let's skip. Okay, it's going to re-roll the modifier to try and get a better fire and cold roll, and it's done it. Okay, let's re-roll the suffixes again. So we're now at max for all of those for that tier. And re-roll prefixes. We're actually pretty close. Oh no. Cold damage maybe. I really don't want the prefixes though. Let's skip that. Don't want to... Oh no. We're going to take that. It's not great. Let us roll again. Leather belt. Flash charges, strength. Let's re-roll all of those. Re-roll prefixes 6 times, keeping the best outcomes. Let's do that. Whoa, much better. Tier 1 life roll. And a tier 2 elemental damage with attacks. No more prefixes. Now, do we want another prefix on this? Yeah, let's go for it. Okay, it's a belt. Maximum energy shield. Lowest roll in tier 4. And then add a suffix. We want resistances, really. Life per second, not amazing. Reroll the modifier values of a single modifier. Don't know what that did. Okay, upgrade the level of 3 modifiers by 1 tier. This is quite good, because it will turn a tier 2 into a tier 1, for instance. Let's do that. And we've used all the things on the item, but we have a tier 1 block recovery, tier 2 life per second, tier 3 strength. That's actually pretty decent. Resist will be much, much better though. Let's see what else he's got. Cold ring. This is a terrible item. No, this item is woeful. Let's just taking cut our losses. Okay, what do we got? Physical damage to attacks, tier 3. Maximum energy shield, tier 9, which is terrible. Everything else on it is terrible. Let's upgrade. Okay, physical got upgraded to tier 2. And we now have a tier 1 fizz roll. Fairly decent dexterity roll, but nothing to write home about. Okay, add a suffix modifier 3 times, only keep best outcome. Strength, that's pretty nice. Okay, quality. 17. Life and mana modifiers. That doesn't really affect the item. Reroll prefixes 10 times, keeping the best. We're going to skip that because I don't want to lose the fizz roll. Modifiers of prefixes. This could be horrible. Okay, the higher end of fizz is now max, and so is energy shield. Do not want to reroll prefixes. We just got mana. Another thing that's fairly decent to roll is jewels. Let's have a look at those. Reroll prefixes, what do we got? Attack damage while dual wielding and increased chaos damage. Fair enough, let's reroll. Increased attack speed and increased damage with axes. That could be fairly good actually. And increased damage on the suffix. Add a suffix modifier. Impale chance. Reroll suffixes. Yeah, let's try it. Actually, that's fairly good. Do not want to reroll the prefixes. I'm going to skip that. Increased damage over time. Actually, that's fairly good for a bleed character, you know. We're going to take that because I don't want to ruin it. That's actually fairly good. Okay, we're going to price check that when we're done. Leather belt. Strength, flash charges, lightning resist. They're not bad. But let's see if we can get triple resist. Nope. Okay, now remove a single modifier with the lowest modifier level. You can see it's already highlighted what it's going to affect. It's going to take the life off, which we're happy with because it's really low. Prefix modifier 5 times, keeping best outcome. Hopefully we get a really good life now. Fairly good armor. And we're going to get another try with prefixes. Really didn't want mana. Okay, that didn't work. Let's try an amulet this time. That's going to remove that 1 to 3 energy shield, which I'm quite happy for. So, because actually, yeah, this has got increased cold damage, increased spell damage, maximum mana, and the lowest energy shield roll in history. So let's roll that off. Upgrade the level of modifiers by 2 tiers. Okay, that is going to take us to increase spell damage tier 1. Remove all suffixes. I don't want to remove the suffixes. We can do that. Add a suffix 3 times, only giving the best outcome. Cold resistance. Tier 5, not great, but okay. And another suffix. This could be pretty good for a cold-based character. Really don't want to reroll those 3 modifiers by 1 tier. This is going to upgrade accuracy to tier 1. So if we look at the item, you can see that there's 2 tier 1 rolls already. They can't be affected. So it's going to upgrade the accuracy to a tier 1, the cold resistance to a tier 4, and the mana to a tier 7. Let's give that a try. And it did exactly what we suspected. Reroll prefixes 6 times. I'm happy for that because the prefixes are pretty woeful. And we get the item. Increase evasion and lightning damage to attacks. That's actually not bad at all. Let's keep that to one side. That's a fairly good base to start with. But there's a jewel here as well. Let's try and roll the jewel first. Yep, we can reroll those. Add a prefix modifier. Faster prefixes, add a suffix. Recoup damage, that's pretty good as well. Reroll suffixes, I'm happy for that. Dexterity and intelligence, that's good. And another suffix. Increase burning damage, that really doesn't work. Although it does, no it does. That would be fairly good for anything that does burning damage, like Righteous Fire. I'm actually going to take that item, and we're going to reroll those. Okay, we're going to reroll this ring. Reroll suffixes 10 times, keeping best. I'm happy for that. That's a tier 1 increased rarity and a tier 1 increased fire. Not a fan of the accuracy. And let's add a prefix modifier. I really want to get rid of that prefix, though. Random quality, Fizz and Chaos. Fill all empty modifier slot, let's do that. Physical attack damage reached as. This is definitely not for this character. Okay, let's upgrade by 1 tier. This item really is trash, though. Okay. What did we get? I think we got a tier 1 accuracy roll. Yeah, all our suffixes are tier 1. Prefixes are not amazing, but let's keep that to one side. Remove all suffixes, what do we got? Reduce effect of curses and increase freeze duration. I can do that. Reroll prefixes, I'm happy for that. They don't work together. Increase cast speed. Dexterity and intelligence. Remove all prefixes. I'm out of currency. Let's take it. Reroll prefixes 3 times, giving best outcome. Not happy for everything on there, so let's do that. Mana and energy shield. That is the worst life roll ever. Cold resist tier 3. Mana regeneration rate. Apply a random anointment. That's a good one. Okay, reroll modify values of prefixes. No, because they're terrible. It's maxed out the implicit. Okay. Oh no, I'm out of currency again. This one's really good because it will make any roll on that item that isn't tier 1 at tier 1, which could be the life, which was the worst tier up to tier 1. That would be the best possible outcome. We've run out of currency though. And that is garbage. If you are enjoying this or finding it useful, then please tickle that like button, it'll like it a lot. Okay, I have gone off and price checked the items that we rolled. I've price checked these things. According to the official PoE trade site, should be somewhere around 15C. The amulet should be somewhere around 50C. This jewel, 15C. This ring is somewhere up about a divine. In fact, the closest thing to it is 2 divines, but this is slightly worse. And this was made up from the resistance, the physical damage leached as mana, and the accuracy were the key rolls that made the difference there. The belts is probably the lowest thing we have rolled, and it is 8C. This ring here, 6C. And interestingly, this came off increased rarity of items found and damage recouped as life, which I wasn't expecting. And this amulet without the anointment is about 40C. So for however long that video is, plus the probably about 10 minutes it took me to price check all those items, we're looking at a profit of around 1 divine and 138C, which is not bad at all. Now it does come with dealing with Rog. I don't buy any of the currency. You can do that, and it's not very expensive, I don't believe. But I just collect it throughout the week, and then at a weekend I'll go and roll everything together and try and make some currency. As you know, I don't really like selling things and having to come out of maps and stuff, but for this amount of currency, it's well worth it. How does my profit compare to your results? Much higher? Much lower? Give me an indication, because this is about what I get from each crafting session with Rog. And with that, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time.